Woo-hoo-hoo. Here it is. The big question. Jesus drops this eternity changing, future shifting, biggest question in the history of the cosmos. He looks at his disciples. Who do you say that I am? That question has been ringing out throughout all time, ever since Jesus asked it. Everyone must answer that question. You got to answer that question. I got to answer that question. The way we answer that question actually reveals who we are. Do you realize that? Jesus says, who do you say that I am? And the way whoever we see Jesus, that's really how we see ourselves. If you see Jesus as a teacher, then how do you see yourself? As a student. If you see Jesus as king, how do you see yourself? As subject to his reign and his rule. If you see Jesus as savior, what does that make you? You need to be saved, right? If you see Jesus as healer, how does that make you? However you answer this question, that's going to reveal how you see yourself, not just how you see Jesus. He says, who do you say that I am? We have to answer that question. I would argue that our eternity depends on it. There's a great theologian by the name of C.S. Lewis. Back in the day, had this amazing radio program, written some incredible books. You may know him from the Chronicles of Narnia. He wrote that. But he has this famous talk where he says, you can't just answer that question, who do you say that I am, and put Jesus in any category you want. You really only got three choices. He is either Lord, liar, or lunatic. That's it. And this actually makes total sense if you think about it. You can't just say Jesus is a good man, right? You can't just be like, oh, he's a philosopher and he's wise, and so I just do what he says because, he's a great example or a role model. You can't say that, okay? He is either Lord, liar, or lunatic. He is either Lord, he is who he says he is, or he's a liar, okay? And if he's a liar, why would you listen to anything that he has to say? Because he's lying about everything. Every miracle was fake. Lazarus coming back from the dead, Lazarus was in that cave for like 4 days. He's hiding out, and it was all a big magic show. Come back from the dead, all a magic show, all a lie, all illusion. He's either a liar, or third option, he's a lunatic, meaning he really did believe that he was God, and he believed it so much he was willing to die for this. And then he expected everybody else to die for him too. There's that. So who is Jesus? Is he Lord? Is he liar? Or is he lunatic? Who do you say that I am? You got to pick. I can't see Jesus as a liar. I can't see Jesus as a lunatic. I have to come to the decision that Jesus is Lord. And the moment I land on that is the moment everything about my life absolutely changes. Because if he really is Lord, then not only is he who he says he is, but I am who he says that I am. My prayer for you is that you would come to this conclusion in every area of your life. That he wouldn't just be Lord of your eternity, but he'd be Lord of your relationships. He'd be Lord of your finances. He'd be Lord of your career. He'd be Lord of your friendships, your family, your love life. Everything about your life that's important to you, if you were to make him Lord, I know it's going to work out for you. He's a good God. He's the best God ever. My favorite thing about this is it is Mark chapter 8. Like, I don't know how long Mark chapter 8 is, like months or years or whatever, but we know that they've been with Jesus for a while. I mean, safely a year. And here they are. Jesus is finally kind of like nailing it down. Who do you say that I am? And they confess him as Lord. My prayer is that whatever area of life that you're yet to surrender to him, that you do it. Because on the other side of this faith is going to be breakthrough and a new future and a new trust. Jesus gave him some time. He gave him 8 chapters of Mark. But you can't avoid this question forever. You can't dodge this forever. My prayer is that you would arrive at the conclusion that he is to be trusted. That he's not a liar, that he's not a lunatic. He is Lord, and he's Lord of all. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.